got a lot of people emailing me about various soldiers that were found in Ukraine, American soldiers, two of them. And one of them made headlines because he had a Second Ranger Battalion tattoo on his arm. Now, the other one has been identified as former Marine Gunnery Sergeant Corey Nawaraki. He was one of the two volunteers they found that was KIA in Ukraine. Again, the other one was alleged to be Second Ranger Battalion because of the tattoo. Now, he was part of a reconnaissance sabotage team that was conducting cross-border incursions at the time of their death. Back in September, he had joined the Ukrainian military, but we've not heard much more about the former Ranger. But I will say this. You see this right here, Spy War, how the CIA secretly helps Ukraine fight Putin. This article was from February 25th, 2024. So there's a base there that is fully financed and equipped by the CIA in Ukraine. The CIA and other American intelligence agencies provide intelligence for targeted missile strikes, track Russian troop movements, and help support spy networks. Now, is he involved in this? I don't know, but it sure does sound fishy, right? I can't really see, in my opinion, a Marine Gunnery Sergeant deciding to get out of the military and to go fight in Ukraine. Although stranger things have happened, I just don't believe it. Now, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Let me know below. I want to show you something just to change gears for a moment. Did you guys see this most cringe Kamala moment? She has many of them, but this one's pretty cringe. Check it out.
Okay, now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that.
Shouts her on it. Who does that? Who does that? Let's talk about the former, I guess he's current. I don't know. Supposed to be president. He's threatened deadly violence to Donald Trump. Did you guys see this?
Voting yes, Puerto Rico. Well, I'd take that guy for a swim out there. Anyway.
I mean, does that not sound like something a mobster would say? Now, he also went on today to call Trump supporters garbage.
I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
Wow. This is what you call losing so badly you're attempting to balkanize the Americans, because this is how it happens. You demonize one group, so then whenever violence happens against that group, it's completely okay. Now, he tried to walk it back. Okay, he sent this post out on X. Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporter at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is conscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at that rally don't reflect who we are as a nation. These folks, they're struggling badly. Now, speaking of struggling badly, I think I've been saying this. It's going to get worse before it gets worse. I think something's going to happen. There's a few reasons why I believe that. So, as many of you have probably heard, the U.S. Capitol had, in coordination with federal agencies as well as military, a quote-unquote casualty evacuation exercise Monday night. Now, this is over, just over a week before Election Day. They're doing a mass casualty evacuation exercise. This included, and you can see another headline here, with military, right? And I'll play some video as I'm talking through this. But there was a total of 12 helos in operation in this exercise. 8 military helos of that, and 4 police from a variety of different agencies. Now, you have to question, you looking at the timeline, just over a week before the election, they're doing this type of drill. Now, this is something very uncommon from what I research. I have not seen any sort of drills ever done like this from what I could find. I could be wrong, but I've not found anywhere on the internet. So are Democrats planning to do something? They're ramping up security measures, maybe to keep hold of the government should they lose, right? I mean, this is serious. This is a serious amount of money that they're using to do this exercise. Check it out. Maryland State Police here, based at Andrews Air Force Base. It's an incredible amount of aircraft. And obviously, if something like that happened, you probably would need this amount of aircraft. Now, to what extent other operations were going on during this, because, you know, it just came out, a DOD directive that the military can be used using lethal force in conjunction with law enforcement. Obviously, this is a combined exercise with military and law enforcement. That makes me feel a little uneasy. What about you? Little strange, right? We have all this happening at the same time. Now, don't you think it's odd, though? Don't you think it's odd that maybe this is predictive programming, but back in September, do you guys recall them talking about passing some legislation in case of a mass casualty event at the Capitol? Lawmakers working to get a secession plan and things like that. I think it's pretty odd timing. Why didn't they do this 2 years ago? Why now? 3 years ago? You get what I'm saying? Why right now? To have this so fresh in these guys' minds, this mass casualty exercise. If something happens, they just did it a week ago, they're going to be able to recall what their training was. Am I right? So you can see here, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. But anyway, let's look back to September. One pistol clip can change the balance of power. That's a quote. Congress is wholly unprepared for a mass casualty event. I think everyone missed this two correlating together because I hadn't heard anybody talk about it. This proposal from Congress, and this was headline after headline, scarred by violence, lawmakers plan for possible mass casualty event. And then they go, violent attack on U.S. Capitol on J6, dramatic spike in threats against members and mostly a possible second attempt against Donald Trump, highlighting the need for Congress to ensure us got to govern in the aftermath of that mass violence. Now, the proposal was a constitutional amendment, essentially allowing members to designate their own successors to a simple rule change to prevent violence from shifting party power. Isn't that odd? Because these are positions you vote on. But they're now going to allow them to pick their own successors. Now, they said right now the main idea is to address the issue is a constitutional amendment that would require members of the House to submit a list of 5 possible successors to be tapped in the event of their death. This would serve as a temporary basis until officials hold a special election for a permanent replacement. So this would circumvent the populace being able to vote someone in, just like they did with Kamala. Kamala did not receive any votes. She just wound up as the presidential nominee. This also keeps them retaining power within their respective party. I'm telling you guys, I see so many people counting their eggs before they hatch. So many political influencers are already cheering. Donald Trump's won. Donald Trump's won. Maybe. But I just don't see these folks allowing to give up power this quickly because of the main fact is Kamala not receiving any votes, them booting Joe Biden out because they knew Joe Biden would not be able to be a competitor against Donald Trump, thinking that they could maybe pull Obama with Kamala Harris. So I foresee them doing whatever it takes to stay in power. That's why it's so critical, guys. never let your foot off the gas. And even if Trump does make it, he gets inaugurated, that does not mean you stop. That does not mean you stop, because you never know. This country is in massive decline. I don't see them allowing it to go backwards. They've caught so much traction now that I don't believe they're going to allow it to go backwards, guys. And, you know, being prepared, again, I've been doing more preparedness videos on that type of stuff to help you guys. And obviously, I told you guys last night, I contacted my buddies over there at Nutrient Survival. And you can go get a kit, and I'm going to post a link. And essentially, you pick a bucket or the 20-liter go bag, and then you pick any 8 items, cans, the number 10 cans, pantry, or 5-packs. You'll get 10% off. You also get a free gift, whether that's the Stay Frosty hat here, which is amazing. You see mine, I wear all the time, sweat in it tremendously. Or the red BSS patch or the BSS flag patch. But go get you some food, guys, because it's uncertain times. And, you know, I'm thankful for the vendors that work with me, because a lot of people won't. A lot of people won't just because my political commentary. They're one of the few people that will work with me, and they always give my subscribers a generous deal, and obviously a dope hat. Guys, I wanted to share this. I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think it was predictive programming for them back in February and now doing this 1 week before election, or is this just tinfoil hat stuff? I want to know. Let me know your thoughts. Teddy, thank you, man. Warzone camo pistol clips are for revolvers. And our boy, yeah, I know. That's what they call them, man. That's what the left calls them. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Go grab you some food at the link below. And remember, stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous, my friends. Take care.